Is breast cancer a death sentence?
Your happiness is a reflection of your health. And here at Living the Life, we make that a reality. It's so great to be with you again on the show.
You can say that again, Rolly. Now, speaking of health, we have some surprising health facts to share with you.
Oh, really? Okay.
But Rolly, you're going to do some work. Are you ready?
I'll find out.
Okay, let's start. It's just like three, thereabout. So,
Okay. Hope they're
and
simple.
quite simple, but just promise me you're going to answer all my questions, and you at home can also try like attempt to answer some of the questions. Okay, so they're actually facts in form of questions. So it's like I'm asking, but then I'm expecting that you give me something like that.
Okay.
So you're giving me a yes or a no, and then we can talk about your answers if you're very, very smart. I know you're smart.
I'm smart. Let's do this.
Even though our topic today is, one that is really, it's quite heavy,
Okay.
but we know that there's always hope at the end of the day. Yeah, so I'm going to start with my health facts.
Okay.
Number one, can sitting at your desk increase risk of death? Yes or no?
Sitting, increasing. Honestly, I don't know that one.
Wow. You should think yes or no. Is that your final answer? I'm going to do what we do on Who Wants to Be a
Can I
Millionaire.
call a friend?
Oh,
No time.
like
Yeah.
no, we don't have that time. So give me a yes or a no.
Okay, maybe it's a no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you the answer. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, a certain research has revealed that workers who sit for longer than 10 hours, did you hear that?
10 hours.
Yes, at their desks, have an increased risk of dying. So it's a yes, Rolly.
Okay, now I know. I've learned something new. Next.
Yes. Next. So it's basically, I think it's an accumulation of something. It's not just, it doesn't just happen at
exactly.
once. Maybe that's why you didn't think of it as a yes. Okay, so are you ready for my number two? Okay. Really ready? Are you peeping through my questions or something? Let me hold it this way. All right. Number two, can ATMs be as dirty as public? What's your answer?
As dirty as public toilets?
Whatever public means to you, whenever anything is public, you know what it means.
I can't believe that they can be as dirty as, I don't know about the public toilet, but I can believe that they can be as dirty as anything that the public has access to.
Okay, yeah.
Because of all the many hands and all the germs and etc. Yes, so
I
yes.
think you have that. You
Okay,
have that.
good.
Okay, because there's an article that says yes to that question.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got it. Ooh, let me clap for Rolly. Okay, so someone carried out cleanliness test and found out that ATM machines could be as dirty as toilets.
Oh my goodness.
Harboring the same bacteria.
We have to wash our hands when
Ooh,
we're done.
in fact, right now, as
In
I'm
fact,
reading it, I'm already thinking, ew, like, oh my gosh. Okay, so that's number two. Number three,
Okay.
don't peep, please. I'm not saying you're peeping, but don't peep. Okay, now, that's like the last one. Why are you looking very humble this afternoon? Like you're not sure of the answers.
I'm sure.
All right,
No, let's
this one,
see.
I'm sure you're going to get it.
Okay.
Is ice cream really bad?
No. Why? Why should ice cream be bad?
Rolly.
Why should ice cream be bad?
Why can't you just say...
Why do people want to give ice cream a bad name?
Why can't you just say yes? People are trying to watch their weight, and because you're looking sweet 16, you think you can just keep saying ice cream.
All I know is that you must not give ice cream a bad name.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to read it. Yes, actually, you got this, and we picked that up. That's actually what we picked here.
Okay.
So, although this particular one I'm going to give you more information. Although it is basically made up of sugar, eggs, milk, and flavoring, it actually gives the body calcium. So you see who's happy.
Give ice cream a bad name.
Okay, phosphorus, potassium, and some energizing B vitamin. So that's a real winner for you there.
Oh my goodness. But I will tell my children this. Because
you will be, this Saturday, that's where we're going. We're headed down to the ice cream shop. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I think that's it's just a collection of facts, basically, because we need to keep healthy.
yeah.
as much as possible. We need to keep healthy,
Healthy.
at every point in time. No excesses, just moderation.
A balance.
Yeah, there's always a balance.
So, well, I hope you are as fired up as I am on getting healthier. Coming up next, a piece that's guaranteed to pump up the volume. Check it out.
Did you know that for an adult, a minimum of 400 grams of fruits and vegetables should be eating every day to help protect our bodies? Astounding, isn't it? Welcome to today's fruit selection guide so we can start enjoying all the benefits as soon as possible. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Bananas. Yummy goodness. They're rich in potassium, which helps to strengthen our muscles and control our blood pressure. Oranges. Super packed with vitamin C goodness, which means you got quite a bit of antioxidant power to fight free radicals that can cause cancer. It's also rich in fiber, which helps to maintain bowel health. Carrots. Chunky, crunchy wholesomeness. So full of beta-carotene, which the body changes to vitamin A. It supports your immune system and it also helps your skin. Watermelons. Big, juicy and filling. Containing about 92% of water, they're probably one of the most refreshing, thirst-quenching fruits ever. They also contain lots of lycopene, an antioxidant which helps to reduce the risk of cancer. And guess what? You can blend them all into a delicious, mouth-watering smoothie.
I want one of those. I want a blend of something.
I should have actually taken you with me the other day
Oh
when I went
my
to get them.
goodness. My gosh,
No,
I was
no.
like, gosh, I'd like a blend of one of those.
But sometimes we prefer something very sweet, like the ice creams, and when we have fruits that
And fruits have
Shoot.
some, I think they're good sweets. I'm not sure how it's called, but
Mm-hmm,
yes, they are sweets as well.
yes,
Even though some people will tell you that there are some that their sugar content is as bad as even that in ice cream.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know what school. I
Never heard of
don't
that.
have any research to back that up. It's just what people say. Yeah.
oh, really.
But I think fruit, whichever way, it's still healthier than a bowl of ice cream or
Certainly.
you know, yeah,
You know.
whatever nature gives you, it's gotta be good.
Yes, nature. Now that's the thing. Nature, whatever nature gives you, it's always. I mean, sometimes we were craving for the shawarmas, and all the other things that are fattening and have the potential to cause cancer in different forms.
Yeah.
Of course, I know we're talking breast cancer today, but some of
Yeah.
these things are not actually good for us.
True.
But we prefer, it's always,
You know how it is that the things that are bad are always a bit more attractive.
know why
I'm
this
not
is
sure
like
why. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah.
I'm happy that some of the fruits, they were everyday fruits. If you look at the fruits, they were everyday fruits.
Yeah,
the oranges, the
bananas,
bananas,
oranges, watermelon.
But I could see that there are a lot of things that are going to help prevent cancer. So it's good that we take, the more we consume them.
And the
then-
earlier.
The earlier,
The
not,
earlier.
at the end of the, but the earlier we take them and try to make it a habit of taking fruits before meals, before or after meals? I think before.
I've been told before. I used
Yeah.
to think it was after.
Yeah.
But I think more recently I have seen research or documentation that tells you before
Ooh.
is always best. I don't know. Just take the
Whoa,
fruits.
whoa, whoa. No, but I think for me, I tried watermelons. I really like watermelons. Like most evenings, I try to take watermelons. So
I
it's
can't-
something you should.
I think fruits are something I should learn to take more often.
True confessions.
Yeah,
True,
well,
true
yeah,
confessions.
I
Somebody
know.
needs to start taking. Okay.
should. Yeah.
No matter who you are or where you live, understanding breast cancer is important. After the break, Dr. Latachi, a medical doctor specializing in cancer care, will be here to enlighten us on breast cancer. Stay with us. It's great to have you here, Dr. Lotachi.
Thank you,
Oh,
Abigail.
thank
Great
you
to
for
have you
joining
here
me. And
today.
finally, I knew how I was everywhere looking for you. And finally, we got you here to come to the studio.
But
and
I'm not so difficult to
oh,
find. am I?
anyway, it's I think the journey it took to get to you. Maybe let me put it that way.
Okay.
So thank you so much for being here.
All right.
And
you're
I know that we're going to have a great time today in making sure that the average Nigerian, our audience out there, have an understanding of what breast cancer is all about. That it is, I mean, like the question I asked at the beginning, is it a death sentence and all of that? So first, before we go any further, I want to ask this question. So it's very basic. It's very basic. What is breast cancer?
Okay, thank you, Abigail. In the simplest of terms, okay, literally, breast cancer is cancer that affects the breast, irrespective of whether you're a male or a female. But if I were to put it in more medical terms, I would say cancer of the breast is a malignant condition.
Okay.
By malignant, I mean
Yeah.
it's something that even when you try to remove it, it can come back. Okay. And when it comes back, it tends to spread.
Wow.
Okay. So it's a malignant condition that affects the cells of and the tissues of the breast, especially in females.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
it does affect males as well, but
Okay.
not nearly as frequently as it affects females.
Wow.
Okay, so I'll just say that in a nutshell, cancer is a malignant condition affecting the tissues and cells that make up the breast, especially in females. Yeah. Yeah.
So would you say that is a real threat affecting the African continent? And what's responsible for the recent surge, if there has been any? If there has been any?
The peculiarity of our environment, makes me say most assuredly that cancer of the breast is a real threat to our African community. By that I mean, it's only been rather recently that the awareness on health has really gone really wide, and then
Okay.
people have more access and are bold enough to come to the hospital, unlike when we, as in time past, when we know
Yeah.
that when you have such strange illnesses, you are labeled some funny name, maybe Obanje, because
Wow.
they just have never seen that kind of thing before. They put a mark on the person and,
Wow.
isolate the person, because they just don't understand the illness.
Oh.
Okay, so but recently we've had more women show up because we've tried to put up some health campaigns to tell women that this condition you're having is something that affects so many women just like you, and
Yeah.
once you come to the hospital in time being the key word, you get medical help as soon as possible. Okay.
Wow.
Now, the most recent studies tell us that breast cancer affects 1 in 8 women.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Especially at a certain stage after menopause.
Okay.
1 in 8. It gets more frequent,
Okay.
as a woman ages. So you can imagine the real importance of breast cancer as it's a health importance. Okay. And in our African community, I said that it's already a real threat because most of our patients come to the hospital late. By late, I mean they would have first hidden the illness, and then they wonder if it's something that they should be bold enough to talk about, and then they hold on, and then they pray about it because maybe someone has told them it's something that it's dreaded, and then when they come to the hospital, it's late.
It's
so
late.
this is a real threat.
So
to
it's
the
very
African
important that
community.
even when it is discovered, you have to seek medical help on time.
As
Very, very
soon
important.
as possible.
So what would you say are the causes? I mean, it's there, right? But something has to trigger it. Is it just there? Somehow it just grows like that?
Abigail, this is something that has been a dilemma even to the best of cancer management specialists, I have to tell you. Because cancer has no known cause, whatever the type, okay? Just a few that they might want to clinch some real risk factors to, but generally cancer has no known cause.
Wow.
However, we have what we call risk factors
Okay.
that increase a person's chance of developing the disease. Okay,
Okay. All right, we'll take a short break, and when we return, Dr. Lutachi will still be answering our questions.
Thank you.
The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Enjoy every moment. It does good like medicine. Truly, I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven.
Welcome back. Dr. Lutachi is still in the studio to demystify the all too popular condition known as breast cancer. Now, we're going to go quickly because time is not here right now.
It's a very exhaustive
I mean,
subject.
it's deeper than it is. I mean, we can't finish up in just this few minutes. But what are the warning signs? What should a woman look out for? What are the warning signs, the symptoms? What makes you feel okay? I'm not saying everyone should start thinking, oh, do I have breast cancer, because that's the feeling. But what are those things that like point at to see there's something wrong? What are the signs?
Yeah, the most common sign, I'm going to be really fast. The most common and easy to spot sign is the presence of a lump in the breast.
Lump.
It's something that can be sudden. You just might be taking your bath and just suddenly notice something, or the person, the index patient, might just notice while bathing that there is some hard lump somewhere in the breast, whether it's on the outer part or the inner part. That's usually the first sign a woman comes and tells you about. That's the most frightening of signs, actually.
Wow.
And usually the lump is painless. That's just what is a huge pointer. Not that it's always cancer, but it's a painless lump most times that tends to increase steadily or rapidly in size, but there's a lump. Okay. That's one. A person can also have a persistent redness, okay, over an area of the skin on the breast. That's another sign. The person can just suddenly experience that one of the breasts is huger or suddenly smaller than the other. You can also have the nipple on one of the breasts maybe changing position, looking toward one side. Usually, if both of them point forward, one might just start to point laterally or suddenly enter inside, retract. That's the word, nipple retraction for when it enters inside, and then nipple deviation when it starts pointing in that direction. Exactly.
Wow.
Then you can have maybe a lump in the armpit. You might not see a visible lump on the breast, you might just see a lump in the armpit. And when they check the lump, they see that it's originating from the breast. There's so many signs. And most times you might also have, like I said, a rash. I've not talked about a rash. Usually there can also be a rash, but usually there's redness, and then a rash, and then the itchiness, So these are some of the signs.
So when you see that, you know that, hey, I need to check myself.
I need to get it checked.
Get
and also there can
help.
be nipple discharge. That's another thing that you need to.
Nipple discharge. So
especially
the redness, the
bloody.
rashes, and then the discharge.
Yeah.
Okay. So how often how can a woman, first of all, examine herself? What are the simple ways? Because most women, you hear things like it can be difficult to really know how to do it. That would be my last question.
Yeah.
How can quickly, just in 1 minute, tell us that?
There's this concept of breast self-examination we encourage women to do, okay? Especially for those who are still having their menstrual cycles. After every cycle, it's encouraged to make circular motions around each breast in a clockwise direction. And you walk your way from outside toward the center of the breast, and then finally the nipple and the where we call the areola, that dark area around the nipple. Then you also are encouraged to check each of the armpits. You do it for one breast and one armpit, another breast
Wow.
and another armpit. And you do it cyclically, that's after each menstrual period. You can easily notice changes.
So
yeah.
after each menstrual period.
Yes.
Okay, so at least we know that it's not a death sentence. If
No,
you
it's
try,
not.
you can always seek
No, it's not.
medical attention.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I really do appreciate
There are
it.
a
And
lot
I'm
of
sure we'll find some time to talk more
Yes,
extensively
I really
on
hope
this.
so,
Thank you
because
so
we
much.
really have to
Thank
let
you so
people out
much.
there know.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're cancer smarter now and are better positioned to protect you and your
Oh,
loved
yeah.
ones. Okay, here is a piece you would really love to watch. Enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Omo and I love to read. Now, I know some people out there are saying, well, that's not for me, books are so boring. Ever heard of the saying, readers are leaders? Well, it's true. Books are very valuable, so I thought it would be a great idea to open your eyes to the treasure and excitement that can be found in an amazing book. Today's showcase, Health Food by Kenneth Hagin. A wonderful book that literally changed my life. And here is Kenneth talking about God's word as medicine to the flesh. And we read from Proverbs 4:20-22. And it says, "My son, attend to my words, incline thine ears unto my sayings. Let them not depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart. For they are life to those that find them, and health to all their flesh." You know, I woke up this morning with a bit of a stomach ache, and the devil thought he could get me. But I was relaxed in the knowledge that I had that God's word was enough. You know, the Bible also talks about the fact that physical exercise availeth little, but it does avail a little at least. But you know, God's word is enough. It avails much more than any physical exercise can. That's just simply amazing. You know, this book changed my life. I think you should all go out there and get one for yourself. It has so many amazing topics. You don't want to miss it. You really shouldn't, you know. So I want to believe that with these few words of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you to check out this book and fully explore its contents. And remember, once you start, don't stop, because a chapter a day keeps ignorance away. Bye-bye.
Ooh,
Nice one.
it was quite short and simple, but it said a lot.
Yes. I like that. I like it when people read. I like it when people read. You know what they say about the black man? If you want to hide something from him,
Put
hide
it in a book.
Oh gosh, that just really gets to me. Like, why?
I try.
You know?
I try to read as
Yeah,
much as
I
I
do
can.
my best too.
Because a chapter a day, like she said, it was
It
talking
keeps
about health.
ignorance
Yeah,
away,
it keeps
yeah.
ignorance away.
For
And I
sure.
like the experience she had with that book, the Kenneth Higgins book, Health Food. And I think we should all find time to read it.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. So ladies, you've heard it all. We can live longer and healthier if we pay attention to all we've heard on the show. For more information, questions, prayer requests, please write or call us using the address and numbers on your screen. We'll be glad to hear from you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed every bit of the show. Please join us next time. And from the entire crew on this side, keep living the life.